Most new condominiums in retail areas in Thailand simply outsource their property management to a third party who does all of the nitty-gritty rent collection, daily operations, so on and so forth. But what about all of those older apartment buildings in smaller markets in the kingdom? They can't really afford to outsource these tasks. In many cases, the owner does the work themselves using paper receipts and those comically outdated accounting books. As Thailand rapidly embraces digitization, Thai Proptech started Horganice wanted to empower these landlords with modern solutions. Their technology just may solve one of the country's most pressing real estate challenges. I'm Cheyenne Hollis, this is Interesting Asia, and today let's find out what is so interesting about Horganice. Most people tend to focus on Bangkok's shiny new condominiums and pristine shopping malls. However, the city has far more older, low-rise apartment buildings and street markets that you can find just about around every corner. These distinct groups have to be managed very differently. Operations at newer properties are traditionally outsourced to third-party property management companies who can handle higher volumes of tenants and have developed their own technology. Meanwhile, older buildings, they usually get left behind. That is where Horganice comes in. Having seen this trend to emerge in Thailand over the past few years, the startup focused on developing a one-stop management solution that provides convenience, saves time, reduces both direct and indirect management costs, and significantly improves the lives of tenants. The firm's platform is helping bring all property owners into the digital era by utilizing a system that makes it possible to collect rents, monitor lease terms, communicate with tenants, and oversee other management duties electronically. Anyone who has ever stayed in an older building in Thailand is well aware of just how disjointed this process can be should the landlord not be using any digitization. It is not just apartments that the Horganice solution works for. A great deal of emphasis has also been placed in empowering dormitories at Thailand's universities with this technology so they can better serve students staying on campus. Beyond that, Horganice is also assisting street markets and flea markets in managing their own space through the MyKet Pro platform. The problem these operators face have gone overlooked for some time, as solving these requires enormous resources which aren't really worth tackling for startups given the margins involved. By repurposing its own technology, Horganice was able to circumvent that to a certain degree, and its market solution already counts Talad Thai as one of its many customers. If you're unfamiliar, Talad Thai is one of the largest agricultural wholesale markets in Asia. It currently uses Horganice to manage more than 5,000 stalls and 3,500 vendors in Thailand. All of this is part of a much bigger ecosystem for Horganice. According to the Thai Proptech startup, it now provides management systems to more than 20,000 real estate owners across the country, covering more than 1 million rooms and assisting in rental fee collection of approximately 6 billion baht annually. So what's next for the startup? Well, Horganice recently closed its Series A funding round, bringing in more than $1 million from several investors, including Cyber Agent Capital, Win Investment, and Angkow Holdings. This is an important next step for the company as it looks to expand its offerings and coverage area. The latter in particular is really worth monitoring here. There are several countries across Asia, Cambodia, Vietnam, the Philippines, Indonesia, Malaysia, that all have a somewhat similar setup to Thailand, that being a lot of older apartment buildings and a lot of street markets where property management isn't readily available. There is definitely the potential to offer these digital management solutions. And with very few competitors in this space, Horganice has ample opportunities to become a regional leader in this space. That being said, there is still much work Horganice needs to do before it can fill this key gap in the market, not only in Thailand, but all of South Southeast Asia. As someone who covers real estate a good deal, it's nice to see a tech startup focusing on bringing widespread digitalization to the entire market, not just that small portion of the property sector in a country like Thailand that seemingly focuses exclusively on new build, high-rise condominiums, and the luxury market as a whole. The Horganice journey may only be starting, but they are certainly a startup worth keeping an eye on, as they are doing some very interesting things. That does it for me. I'm Cheyenne Hollis. This is Interesting Asia, and until next time, make sure you keep it interesting.